crush your.
I just want to. Can I just have a little bite of yours?
She wants a bite of mine, Kathy.
I just want to bite. Where are you, Kathy?
We'll give her a second. We just went live.
Mmm.
So we just
wow.
welcome to the Thursday 7 o'clock talk. I just made a golden milk, so this is turmeric. Excuse me. We're enjoying one of Kathy's gluten-free, flour-free muffins.
It is amazing.
I would imagine that's you, Kathy. We're eating your muffin. And then this is we used Golden Fusion and almond milk. And I got a new handy dandy little frother that came with our new coffee maker. And it heats and froths at the same time. It's absolutely fabulous. So Jessica has some big news. I'm throwing you under the bus.
Don't jinx me.
I'm not jinxing you.
Well, we're excited. Kathy already knows. I'm pretty sure that's you, Kathy. I think we are going to be able to work with an awesome lady and bring IVs and injectables to our clinic.
We'll know more beginning of the year.
Probably next week, but I think we'll probably try to roll them out at the first of the year.
So for those of you that would like vitamin injections, IVs for my patients that are listening that have post-COVID syndrome, my hair is sticking up. Look at that. Wow. We will be able to do glutathione, be able to do energy.
Well, and this will be a service provided through me.
Yes.
Not a part of the clinic, but we will use them.
We're a franchise. She's a franchise.
I will be in the clinic in my room doing services through another practitioner, and we will be win-win for each of us because we'll be able to bring it to our patients and then the community, and then help.
We're just excited.
Us. And yeah, we are very excited.
So I've been wanting to be able to do this. I don't know how many patients I have that we do a micronutrient profile on, and the vitamins that they're taking just aren't being absorbed. I'm not saying my vitamins.
No, and that's a goal of mine for a couple of years. So I just kept praying about it, and one day I'd had my fill. So I just didn't want to stop. So I just started calling people. So stepping stone.
Well, I mean, she's being very modest. She was helping patients who were having COVID syndromes. One patient has COVID. One patient is feeling ill, most likely has COVID. And
I was doing my rounds and house calls.
Yep.
I'm not working. I'm not working. I do not have a job, but I am a registered nurse, so I have the ability and the license. So I wasn't afraid, and they needed help, and so I was able to help, and I'm going to help.
So she was just checking on them, and then as she was leaving, let's tell you a little bit about some of the politics that really should. This falls under the miscellaneous rant. So the politics that are in healthcare are absolutely absurd. And for me as a chiropractor, and I get medications, I'm not wanting to give medications. I don't want to give Toradol. I don't want to give stuff like that. It's not in my scope of practice. But vitamins, especially being dual certified in functional medicine, are very much in my wheelhouse. And why I can draw blood, but I can't have somebody order or give IVs in the clinic if I'm not giving medications is insane.
Well, and we have learned, so I have researched this for quite a while, I think over a year, trying to figure out how I could provide this service. But
it would
based on the states, they make it almost impossible outside of a hospital setting to provide care for people. And so I really got upset because I have the ability to help. And a lot of times, all somebody really needs is a bag of fluids. And it was really frustrating because I feel like COVID just came through quick. Like, because in the last 3 to 4 weeks, when I think about it, we've had probably at least 12 to 15 family, friends, or patients, and none of them related to the clinic, through the clinic. They're just random people, different
Actually,
cities.
not even patients.
Yeah.
Only one patient.
2 patients.
Well, they hadn't been in.
No, none of them had been a part of the clinic. Like,
Yeah.
So none of them were together. They're in different cities. They did not come through the clinic because they were like, I can't come in because I don't feel well. And a lot of them were patients that weren't chiropractic patients, so they didn't come see us. That we mostly call them. And then we had one actual chiropractic patient last week. But within the last 3 to 4 weeks, we've probably 12 to 15, maybe even a few more. But I feel like COVID just came through.
I'm going to put her on the spot again because she has. So for me to hire somebody, to bring somebody in to do IVs, takes my malpractice and quintuples it.
Actually, we can just state it. It's $28,000 for the year annually for a policy. That was the increase in the policy.
Yes.
So $28,000 before you make $1 from the IV that you hung.
Yeah.
And so they've basically eliminated every profit margin that you had. We would be paying people to give them an IV because I wouldn't have the ability to give enough IVs to make that money back. So
the person that we work, if you come in and get an IV, the person that we work with, you owe a huge debt of gratitude to, as well as us.
Well, and so I reached out because I did my little house calls and I was like frustrated, and I reached out and thinking I was going to have the door shut. And I'm like, look, I know this is weird. I just want to help people. I want to bring it to our patients. I want to bring it to our friends. I want to bring it to our community. And the lady on the other end of the phone was like, I think we just need to meet because that's all I want to do is help people too. So fingers crossed, lots of prayers come through, send us good vibes, whatever you do. I'm going to go help just to help because I have the ability and I have the talent. So I'm going to share it.
And she's wounded right now.
Yeah, she is. And I'm going to go help. I volunteer help, just volunteering my time to help somebody that's willing to help others.
And so with that, she talked about COVID. My brother's an anesthesiologist, and he says everybody is diverting. So this is where I put her on the spot. We're not in the hospital setting. We don't even hear that stuff now.
No, and so
we only know that COVID's in is because we have friends and family that have it.
And it's kind of blissful. I'm not going to lie. I was at the bedside for 12 plus years, and I kind of walked away from it in September. And I'm pretty happy.
Well, we don't watch television.
No.
We don't get the news.
I don't see it anymore. I'm not living it. We research tons. So I'm not in the thick of it. And so I'm not seeing it firsthand. But we research tons. We watch, we listen, we read, we hear, and research.
Well, and so right now, oh gosh, we can't keep it in stock, but we have tons of patients taking the ultra potent C powder that you can get through Metagenics.
I also am taking that. You take that, but I take a handful every day. And I will have to say, I just started religiously taking it every day. And it's been over a week, but I feel my joints stopped hurting. So, and each one of our patients are taking and upping the vitamin C, and we have a potent vitamin C powder.
Yeah, a teaspoon is 1,088 milligrams.
That is really helping.
So we use that. We're using CoQ10. Um, a lot of my post-COVID patients were using glutathione, CoQ10. Um,
And
let's
I'm a long
really.
hauler, so I myself am a long hauler, and I've been vaccinated, and I've had COVID multiple times because that was just the nature of the beast. Because
You were
I'm
in
a
the
nurse
hospital.
and I'm going to help people. So, um, lots of the vitamins have helped alleviate my symptoms. That's Libby, and she spent the day with us, so
And she's whining for some
she
reason.
wants to go outside and smell all of our spots.
So, going back to it, really start to think about, and I go through this with my patients, I go through it with the new patients. I have yet to have a single chiropractic patient that comes in with an issue that cannot be related back to inflammation, that is not hurting them, that's not something on their diet. And we just started because we have another patient who drives truck, and he was like, I need help, and he knows how we can help. And my triglycerides are over 500, and my cholesterol is through the roof, and I can't take meds or I lose my ability to drive truck. If your triglycerides, here's free and easy. If your triglycerides are high, take fish oil, 3,000 milligrams a day, which if you use the omegagenics, which is what we give our patients, 3,000 milligrams a day, that's 2 teaspoons. Do not drink fruit juice and don't drink alcohol. And your triglycerides will resolve rather quickly in short order.
But you have to do the work, and you have to be strict. You have to change your diet. The diet has to change.
And you cannot be eating like pasta, bread. You can't be eating
Sugar
enriched
and fat
white
together.
flour. Yeah, sugar and fat together are sorry, let's rephrase that. Sugar and trans fats together are a deadly combination. And so, but for most people around here, if they just, case in point, my truck driver friend, hey, how much are you drinking? Oh, I just have one drink a night. Knowing this person, I said, okay, how much? What's the size of your drink? Oh, I have a tumbler about like that, and this much of it's Beam or whatever he said. This much of it's Beam or whatever. And he goes, and then I'll put, water up here, or I'll throw in some soda, or I'll do I got him off the Mountain Dew first. And I just was like, okay, well, nice thing is it's going to be easy because we'll just stop that and get off the soda. Talking to my brother last night, who's an anesthesiologist. So we had a chiropractor, nurse, and an anesthesiologist. And we are all very disgusted with how hard it is for people to be healthy. Society does not make it easy to be healthy.
Well, and we have a lot of education amongst us, and we still don't do what's right for ourselves, and we know it.
Well, because it's easy. Dr. Hyman says that we need to make being healthy easy. We need to make it affordable for restaurants to have healthy
You
food.
should be able to go and buy a beautiful salad just as cheap as you can buy your cheeseburger.
Cheaper.
But a salad is $10+ and you can buy a cheeseburger for $1.29.
And why is that?
So you can get a fast food meal. I think a Big Mac meal. I don't know how much they cost but I've seen them on the board. What, $6, $7 for a meal?
I don't know.
and you've got 2,000 plus calories, and it's horrible for you, but people will buy that because it's cheaper, even though they know they should buy that salad, but that salad is $10.
And so, why is that? That is because we subsidize big, big industry, big ag, and we make this corn oil and high fructose corn syrup. It's a byproduct, and we make it free, cheap, and easy for people to do that. Other countries can't even use it.
No. But then, and then even that, like, one diet doesn't fit everybody. Like, you still have to tweak it.
One style of eating does well for people.
It does. But like, even for myself, I have to eliminate, I eat pretty healthy and I eat pretty clean and I still hurt. So I've just started pulling out stuff. So I've pulled out almost all of the
Animal protein.
And started fasting Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And I've done that now for almost a week. And within 3 to 4 days, I feel better. My joints feel better. I sleep better. I have more energy. Everybody's like, well, if you don't eat, you're not going to have energy. Well, no, I feel great.
That's not correct.
So one diet doesn't fit every person, but a better diet will help.
Yep.
So clean up your diet.
So how do you clean up the diet? It's really not. When you're eating healthy, you don't eat as much.
No, you don't. And so I'll share my experience. So I start fasting on Sunday night, like last meal. So we eat about 5 or 6 on a Sunday, probably sometimes earlier. And so I will fast all of that night, all of Monday, and I don't eat again until Tuesday, anywhere between 7 and 9 o'clock. And sometimes later, because by that time I'm not hungry. So I'll go at least between 34 and 38 hours fasting. And then like this morning, I was like, oh, I'm just going to make this fat fluff because I have a hard time getting all the fat in. So it was heavy whipping cream, an ounce of cream cheese, and probably a half a teaspoon. And this is not good for you. But I did it because I wanted to try it. It was a half a teaspoon, not even, of sugar-free cheesecake, and it was a fat bomb to help you get your fat in because it was sugar-free. And I whipped it up, and it was fabulous. It ended up being half a cup, and I ate that, and then I couldn't eat. I made eggs and everything, couldn't eat it, so because I wasn't hungry. And so he had my breakfast, and then I went all day and we ate a beautiful spinach salad, and I couldn't even finish my Brussels sprouts because it filled me up and I wasn't hungry. And that was the last we've eaten. And we'll fast again now until tomorrow when we have to eat with family.
And what did I have? My last meal was, let's see, today's Thursday, Wednesday, Tuesday, at 5, we were in the car. We were going down to meet with the IV lounge lady.
You didn't even eat that night. So from last Sunday till currently,
I ate a bunch of cashews.
Yeah, you did have a snack. I've had 2 salads. I've had an omelet. I've had 2 avocados. And I had Brussels sprouts, and that's what I've eaten all week. And a few of the bits of snacks, like Kathy, one of our friends, made us. It was all keto, though. And I haven't been hungry.
If you're metabolically flexible, your body will work off of ketones. And you will imperceptibly switch between ketones and glucose. You don't know it. You don't even know it. If you are not metabolically flexible, meaning that you're a hybrid, you can run off of ketones or off of glucose. If you're not, it's going to take you about 4 days, and day 3, day 4 are really going to suck.
You're going to feel like you have the flu.
Going to be lightheaded. Your head's going to spin. I haven't had anybody die yet of the thousands of people that we've had do this, but it sucks. I didn't get any of those symptoms. When the very first time I ever did it, I was sick
for 2 days.
Yeah, she got the keto flu because we
it's-
didn't know to give her electrolytes because we
If
didn't
it's-
know to give her electrolytes. This
Yeah.
is 5 years ago.
And but now I can just fast and do keto, and I never experienced that, but my diet is pretty clean.
So why? But here's the thing: why do you fast? What's the reason to fast?
Are you asking me?
Throw it out there.
Oh, everybody always thinks that, oh, I'm not eating, and they always think that you want to lose weight. And intermittent fasting is a wonderful way to control weight, but it also has all kinds of wonderful things, especially once you get into ketosis and you have different levels of ketosis. But you can they actually do it to prevent seizures. You can use the keto diet, and
that's what it was originally for.
You can use it for losing weight. You lower your insulin, you decrease inflammation,
and you resensitize your cells to insulin.
Yes.
That's the biggie.
And you kill cancer cells. That's like in the highest.
Some cancer cells are not metabolically driven, so things that don't depend on glucose they seem to be able to weather the keto storm. But when you start using keto and you start using what we call insulin checkpoint inhibitors, that in studies now that seems to be having a great effect.
But the keto diet is not a diet you want to stay on long term.
And you don't want to fast all the time. You don't want to fast every day, all day.
And there's different types of fasting, and you need to figure out what body type you have, how your body reacts to it. And there's different ways to fast, because everybody can fast and by limiting, everybody can eat every single day by limiting their feed times. And then the rest is considered a fast. But then some people, that's not enough. And so you need to figure out, there's lots of programs you can figure out, like how your body works, how your metabolism works. Females and males are different.
Oh.
And then you tweak it to you.
Jason Fung wrote a book on fasting, which is fabulous. And so Dr. Fung wrote a book on fasting. And Dave Asprey wrote a book on fasting. The book on fasting by Asprey is the newest one, and it is fabulous. And Fung was one of the contributors to Asprey's book.
And I think I fasted 21 days, I think was the longest I fasted. And it didn't kill me. I actually felt really good.
I think the most I ever got was 2 weeks. So we've talked about COVID's going through again. So steel your immune system. How do you steel the immune system? Make sure you're insulin sensitive. Keep your insulin levels low. Eat things that help you modulate your immune system. You don't have to be a doctor to know this stuff. If it looks like the package that God gave it in, meaning that it's something you can pick off the ground, pick out of a tree, snap off a limb, you could probably eat it, and it's probably going to have some sort of immunomodulating effect. Turmeric, curcumin, all of that stuff is adaptogenic. Vitamin C is fabulous. The buffered ultra potent seed is wonderful. If you want to try that, go to themetagenics.com, type in T Miller, and you can order off of Metagenics. That allows you to get in there and get that stuff so that you can take care of yourself.
Yeah, but if the only thing you do is just take control of just a slice of your life, even if that's the only thing you're going to do is research, you can find all kinds of information. Now you're going to have to dig through a whole lot of junk, but there's lots of things out there to teach you nutrition, your vitamins. There's tons of stuff about intermittent fasting.
And don't just do Google.
No.
Go to DuckDuckGo, go to Google, look around.
Call us. We can help.
Yeah, we are happy to help. So, um, what else? I mean,
Sleep.
so
You
the
have to sleep. Sleep is important too. Not and don't just like it's not about just falling asleep, and it's about true sleep health.
so there's a great saying by author Michael Pollan, and he says, "Eat food, real food, not too much, mostly vegetables, and you'll be healthy." And it's true. If you need help, if you have an immune issue, which most of my functional medicine patients come in with immune issues, and we can use things like ashwagandha, and we can use things like holy basil, and we can use oregano and oregano oil, and all of these other things to help the immune system calm down, to release the body burden so that your body will do what it was designed to do, which is heal. Whether you believe that's designed by God, designed by Mother Nature, designed by Gaia, whatever your belief system is, I don't care. We are here to help it. That's what we do. And so we want to relieve that body burden. First, easiest thing is quit eating stuff in packages. We all like it. I'll
Well, and
we
actually, the funny thing is not
this has
everybody
been
does
here.
like it.
This has been here.
Like 6 months.
Yeah. I mean, somebody gave them to the kids at Halloween
I was gonna
time,
say,
and our kids don't
2
even eat this
kids.
crap anymore.
2 kids, And-
Much. I just didn't say much.
they rarely eat sugary stuff. Like they have come to realize that hurts them. Like it makes them feel bad.
It bloats our 10-year-old. Our 21-year-old will have all kinds of GI issues.
Well, and he's not perfect, but he's 21-year-old male, and will come home with a head of cauliflower, some beautiful whipping cream, some nice cheeses, and he will make himself stuff on this, like
He
actually
makes
cook
himself
it.
a cauliflower
Macaroni and
and
cheese.
cheese.
But he regresses, and then he feels bad, and then he gets on board again. And nobody's perfect, and it's expensive to eat healthy, and we're all about organic.
No, it's not.
But just do your best. But for some people, it's a struggle to survive, let alone thrive. And we get that, but you can always do better.
You're going to pay. You're going to pay in copays. You're going to pay in health. You're going to pay in lifespan. And these all have dollar figures. And these dollar figures are a lot bigger than if you're at the grocery store. You've done all our shopping on, you didn't experiment. And you've done all of our shopping on
less than $500 a month.
Yeah. So it's not expensive if you're buying all the crap.
And that's not just for us. That's me and him purchasing things for others.
Yeah.
So, and my mother, I love her. And she has a doctor and a nurse who love her and care for her. But she won't believe what we have to say, probably because I'm her kid.
She wiped your butt.
Yeah. So, just to use her as an example, she buys a lot of packaged food because it's easy, it's quick, and it's cheap. And then she hoards it and she fills her refrigerator up. But she was feeling horrible. She has all kinds of autoimmune problems. So we also have lots of friends and family who hunt, and he likes to have them save the bones. So we have carcasses in the freezer, just bones, and he cuts them up. And we have been making her bone broth. And at first she didn't want to take it. Now she drinks it, and now she drinks it every night. So she went to an autoimmune physician who is not an American, and asked her, what she was consuming, and she gets to the bone broth, and he was ecstatic, wondering why she was drinking it. Told her that was probably one of the best things for her. And he makes the bone broth. He puts all kinds of vegetables, and it's actually gelled. So that's when you got really good bone broth, because it's got the collagen and all that stuff. So within probably 30 days, she was feeling much better. And now she asks for the bone broth when she's getting low.
Well, and for Thanksgiving, she didn't cook. She did host, but she didn't do anything. We did all the cooking for Thanksgiving. Everybody else did cooking for Thanksgiving.
Well, and the
And
Thanksgiving,
now the turnaround from Thanksgiving to Christmas, she's hosting Christmas. She's cooking for Christmas. She's not doing it all, but she's better than she was a month ago.
but on a budget, um, we were still able to help with that. That was including helping others in our budget. of her
And
food.
so you're going to pay. You are going to pay
either with food or prescriptions.
prescriptions and health. If you're on prescriptions, your health is at risk. Your lifespan is getting shorter. So you're going to pay. And those are the things. The longer you live and the longer you're healthy and the longer you can do things, the more money you're going to make and the more fun you can have with it. I mean, I got to actually take a step back now after having done this for 3 years really intently. And I got to think about, during COVID, we went to California, Utah, Arizona, Texas, Colorado, Idaho, and we've been to Florida. We've been to Florida. We've been all over the place. We've been able to enjoy ourselves. Very blessed to be able to travel. And we don't worry.
No, we've literally been from coast to coast, and we only wore masks when we were required for the airplane ride.
Yeah.
We do not use hand sanitizer, and we aren't.
I will use hand sanitizer between sick patients.
No. I mean traveling. Like in our personal life, we do not travel with hand sanitizer. And I like to wash my hands, but we aren't like running. I eat without washing my hands. And we did not get sick. We met all kinds of people. We had all kinds of fun.
How many medications have you gotten rid of?
I don't take any medicine anymore. Like I have 0 meds.
How many did you have?
Before I met you? Probably 5 or 6 that I didn't take every day, but I had 5 or 6.
Now, here's the kicker.
Well,
we didn't actively go in to try to get rid of these things. She was already working on it. You had already started doing dabbling in a little fasting. You were very interested in cooking, and that's all we did. We just cook. We cook at home.
Well, but the smallest family member had 8 to 10 meds that she took every day, and she takes 0. She takes 0 meds.
And she's not on a bunch of vitamins. She takes a little vitamin C.
She takes vitamin C, and she takes multivitamin, and not daily because she'll forget or I'll forget, but she eats really good, and she has a really broad diet.
She's a 10-year-old
that runs around
like,
I don't like that
cabbage off of.
Her favorite thing is she wants a cabbage, a red head of cabbage, and she will peel the leaves off, and she'll run around here chewing the leaves. That she eats avocados, she eats shrimp, she eats calamari, she eats all kinds of things that she says she doesn't like. Sushi, loves sushi, begs for sushi. Like she has a really open diet. Like she's
diverse. It's not.
She gets made fun of at lunchtime. She takes blueberries. She takes carrots. She takes a protein, but she gets all this, and
what we're trying to do with the kids. Well, what we're trying to do with her is keep her from getting to look like us. and then having to battle your way back down to being fit and being healthy. The older kids, they're welcome to the fight, family. They our kid, some of our kids like to drink and they're
Well,
that age. Some
okay.
of our kids like to have crappy food off and on. We're a normal family,
But I
but
don't
we
I
took
don't
it
like to
home.
eat out. There everybody wants to eat out. I do not like it. I prefer to eat at home. I don't salivate when I see chocolates, candies, and pastries. I could care less. But what I do crave
If
is
that was,
Brussels sprouts and apples and good stuff.
if these were, I'll be honest, if this was a box of truffles, they wouldn't be here. But sweet tarts, chewy sweet tarts, yeah, these will last. I can probably just throw them away and nobody's even gonna miss them. Why don't I just throw them away?
But it takes effort. Anyway, we've been rambling for a long time.
Yeah, we're going on 35,
Yeah.
36 minutes.
We still gotta go get horse feed and dog food.
Most importantly, think about this. We are of the Christian faith. I want to be respectful to all faiths and all people. It doesn't matter what religious entity, form, it doesn't matter what religion you look at or you ascribe to. They all have the archetypes. They all have the mother figure for a Mary or an Earth or whatever. They all have somebody who was Christ-like. They all have and that is the reason for this season. And what did Jesus call us to do? What did Buddha say to do? What did the Hindus and stuff? They all say you should treat one another as you want to be treated. You should be fair. You should serve. You
Take care of
should
each
help.
other.
You should take care.
Even Jesus washed people's feet.
Yep. And so that's the reason for this season. Haha.
Yeah. Happy birthday, Jesus.
And don't forget it. And if you see somebody in need, help them. You will feel better for it.
Absolutely help them. Yeah, I get smacked down by my mama on a daily basis because she's like, you shouldn't be going. And I'm like, Mother, I've spent 20 months in the COVID units. I'm not afraid, but somebody needs me and I'm going to help them. And we're going to help them. And that is what the healthcare workers were originally called to do. And I take it very personally. I will never hang a med now without researching it. I morally feel responsible for it, but I am called to help others, meaning me, my family, my friends, our patients, and ultimately our community. So we're going to figure out how to do that. And hopefully we can help you. If you have questions, you have concerns, we don't have all the answers. And we love the MDs and things because there is a place for every part. It takes everybody to take care of their community. We're not saying that we're perfect and you should we're 100% right all the time.
We're a tool as
but
well.
we also are a tool. But if you start basic, you can help yourself. Medications only treat symptoms, and you can reverse and treat a lot of things with food, herbs, vitamins, supplements, but nutrition.
If there's one thing you want to do for yourself in the new year, I will challenge you to do this. Give up soda. Just stop. Don't buy another one. If you have soda in the house and you hate to throw
Don't
stuff
give it to
away,
anybody either.
I don't care. Just finish drinking it. Get rid of it. Have one last shebang, hurrah, whatever. And don't replace it. Drink coffee, water, tea. There is a really cool electrolyte drink called Element. She even likes
I love it, and I don't really like anything.
And you can flavor your water with that because it's electrolytes. Do the first step. Don't try to do everything at once. Don't do the New Year's resolution and, oh, I'm going to go lose 1,000,000 pounds and become Miss America or Mr. Universe or whatever. Do one thing. Do it for 6 to 8 weeks. After you have done that for 6 to 8 weeks, you own it. It's yours. Then, if you want to enjoy a sip of a soda, try it. You'll probably find out that you don't like it, because I don't like it. Mountain Dew is just horrid now. After 6 to 8 weeks, change something else. Give up bread. Or better yet, add something into your life. Go get some Himalayan Tartary buckwheat and make pancakes and flatbread out of that and use that instead of white bread, because that has an amino acid profile that is helpful to people. But do you see how I just want you to do steps?
And sometimes it's not just all about food.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to challenge you. If you're going to change something, you can change your nutrition in your lifetime. But this is the season that we're supposed to care about each other. Give is always better than to receive. We have commercialized this holiday season, and it makes me want to cry. Reach out to somebody, a stranger, take care of somebody, call, check on them. Your next door neighbor may need you. You may need them. Don't eat your meals by yourself. Find a friend.
Well, think about it.
We spend a lot of time in the car calling people that we know are sick, or we call patients or to check up on them. If you're driving through, and just ask, do you need something?
Or
Can I help you? I was just thinking about you. We have a little friend who picks mushrooms for us. She's this little old lady who I adore, and she's always at the farmer's market. That's how we met her. She still finds things, and she'll just a random text message to me or I her. I'm just thinking about you. Do you need anything? Are you okay? Lots of love to you, friend. And I can almost see her smile through my text because she knows somebody's thinking about her. We've reached out and we care. And we always offer.
That's part of community, which is one of the 4 pillars. And Google, Facebook, Instagram has literally killed our communication with our old people, with our elders, who have so much more to offer than just that, and they need us, and we need them. And it's funny hearing kids talk, oh, I just Googled it, rather than asking grandma or grandpa. And grandma and grandpa have experience, and they know. And these kids, I have a fear that they're going to become so dependent on these things, and something's going to happen to them. And all of this knowledge that is I still think about my dad who died in July, and I am like, so much knowledge died with that man. So many. I have people still contacting me. Where can I get glass? How can I do this? Gone.
But it does take time. You have to take the time, call, sit, listen. Listen.
And if you're sick and you're taking medications and you feel like dog crap, or as Dr. Hyman says, you just feel like crap, feel like crap, FLC, you don't feel like doing that. But if you're energetic and you feel good, not on a bunch of medicines, you don't have to sit here and depend on your next meal.
No, but even if so, I don't like to people. That's what I say. I don't like to people. I like quiet time. but I will reach out to somebody, and by giving, usually you get more in return than you ever gave, even if you don't feel like it. So even if you don't want to reach out or you're tired, just pick up the phone, write a card, write a letter, go next door and ask. And I guarantee you're going to get way more out of it, and you're going to feed somebody's heart too. So eat well, make
Sleep
a friend,
well.
get a dog, sleep, and be healthier for it in the new year.
In the new year, one thing, give up soda. Just stop.
Just give up one thing.
Yep.
Anyway.
Merry Christmas.
Yeah, Merry Christmas. Happy birthday to Jesus, or whatever you do. But thank you.
Thank you. Good night.